I have shared my screen. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so today we are going to start with a new unit which contains the core topics of the probability and statistics. You have already gone through certain topics in your school level, either in 11 or in 12th, of course, science. So, in those probability and statistic, it may be possible that you have gone through this mean, median, mode, and standard deviation, as well as the combinatorial probability, joint and conditional probability, and some of you will have also gone through the Bayes theorem also, right? So mean, median, and mode and standard deviation, these topics are you have already gone through, so we will quickly brush up these things and then we will go for the new topics, right? Please raise your hand those who have done this conditional probability and Bayes theorem at your school level. It is there in the CBSE board. It is there in the Gujarat board also.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Fine. Have you gone through the distributions as well? Don't worry, we are going to consider all those topics, but I just want to know whether you have gone through those topics or not. Distributions आए हैं आपके syllabus में, statistic portion में, normal distribution, exponential, binomial, these kinds of distribution, have you gone through? Any one of you have gone through it, then at least tell me, otherwise we can move forward. Okay, fine. So up to conditional probability and Bayes theorem, all of you have considered it. So let us quickly brush up these things. So mean, median, mode, and standard deviation. So first of all, mean. So whenever we talk about a statistical data, there are certain terminologies from which that the number will represent the approximate the entire quantity or entire data we are given, right? So these term and to study the entire data, it is sufficient, or if you want to predict something or if you want to approximate something, then rather to choose that entire data, we will just consider one of its terminology and we will study that particular, and from that particular term we can predict the results or predict something which we want to study, right? So first of all, mean. So mean is nothing but, suppose you are given the number of observations n many number of observations you are given, suppose we will denote those observations with x1 x2 up to xn n number of observations. In that case, the mean is denoted by x bar. Here it is given, right? So x bar is nothing but sum of all these observations upon the total number of the data we are given. Suppose n number of data we are given, then this is summation of xi upon n, right? So only observations are given, means they are ungrouped data. Ungrouped means randomly you are given those numbers and you are asked to find out the mean of that one, then you have to sum up all those quantities and you have to consider its uh, average value, we can say, right? So that will be the mean. Now ungrouped data we have seen. So grouped data means what? So for example, if we are going to study height or weight of the school students, right? Then if we collect the data from the school, first standard students and their height and weight, then second standard student, their height and weight, third standard, and so on. So these are called the group data. Why group data? So that ऑब्जर्वेशन यू हैव ऑब्जर्व दैट फर्स्ट स्टैंडर्ड के बच्चे जो भी लोगे तो उसकी हाइट अप्रोक्सीमेटली ये होगी, वेट ये होगा. सेकेंड स्टैंडर्ड, तो सेकेंड स्टैंडर्ड के करस्पॉन्डिंग यू विल हैव द अनदर weight and height, similarly for the third standard and so on. So this is the, if you collect any height and weight of the student, then it will be corresponds to some standard. So they are called the grouped data, right? Randomly if you are given the numbers and numbers, then they are ungrouped. But if we consider this kind of examples, then it is a grouped data. So in that case, suppose xi's are the number of variables we are considering, and suppose corresponding function value we are having, suppose if we denote it with f. So here as I have said in the example, तो ये जो xi वेरिएबल्स हमने लिए हैं दैट इज स्कूल के स्टैंडर्ड्स रहेंगे, फर्स्ट स्टैंडर्ड, सेकेंड स्टैंडर्ड, थर्ड स्टैंडर्ड एंड सो ऑन. एंड उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग you will consider the weight or height. So that will be corresponds to frequency, or we can say, or function we can say. So us case mein how to find out the mean? So one is the direct method. So what is that direct method? So in case of the grouped and continuous frequency distribution, the mean is given by, means इन दोनों को आप प्रोडक्ट करके उनका सम लो divided by the sum of the frequencies, right? So this is what the formula to find out the mean of the grouped data. So where xi, what is xi? So xi we have to choose as the mid value of the corresponding class. Class कब होगा? जब for example हम अगर सीधा यहाँ पे अगर एवरेज आपको दे दिया है, then you can consider directly that particular number. But it may be possible that you are given class also. Means, for example, if I talk about the result of some class, in that one, in that particular case, what will happen कि सपोज 60 to 70 हम लोग मार्क्स कंसिडर कर रहे हैं, तो उसमें कितने नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स फॉल हो रहे हैं. देन इफ आई कंसिडर 70 to 80, in that case what will be the corresponding number of students which will fall in this category, 80 to 90 and likewise. So suppose this now, so you can see that this is class, right? This is class and here marks. So in this case you can see that continuous frequency means 60 to 70. यहाँ पे अगर ये 50 है, यहाँ पे 60 है, यहाँ पे 70 है, तो 60 to 70, then directly we have the class 70 to 80, 80 to 90. So this is called the continuous frequency distribution. कि हमें randomly कोई class नहीं दिया हुआ है, we are given a continuous class. तो दिस इज कॉल्ड द कंटिन्यूअस फ्रीक्वेंसी. उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन आपको दिया हुआ है कि 60 to 70 में सपोज 15 नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स है, यहाँ पर 10 है और यहाँ पर 5 नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स. हियर इट इज स्टूडेंट्स, लेट अस कंसीडर स्टूडेंट्स. सो 15 नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स, 10 नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स एंड 5 नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स. तो में ये वेरिएबल्स जो है वो क्या हुए, तो दैट इज दिस क्लास. x इज द वेरिएबल, दैट इज क्लास, एंड दिस आर द फ्रीक्वेंसी 15, 10 and 5 we are given. Now in this case, since class is given, so we cannot have directly the one number which will be represent the data of this particular class. So in that case we have to consider the mid value of this class, that is we will call it as xi, and corresponding frequency is fi. Multiply it. Similarly do this for the second class, do this for the third class and so on, and then consider sum of that multiplication and divide the total number of frequency. So that will give you the mean of the grouped data, right? So here you can see that fi is the corresponding frequency, and whenever you consider I is equal to 1 to n, in that case fi sum will be n. Another method is direct, one is the direct method, another method is assumed mean method. Assumed mean means what? कि आपको जो भी xi डेटा दिए हुए होंगे, राइट, उसमें से आप मिडल जो पोर्शन है, सपोज इट इज ऑड नंबर ऑफ डेटाज यू आर गिवन, देन यू कंसीडर द मिड पॉइंट ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर डेटा आफ्टर टेकिंग द असेंडिंग और डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर. तो उसका मिड पॉइंट जो है वी विल कॉल्ड इट एज एज्यूम्ड मीन. और सपोज द नंबर ऑफ डेटाज आर इवन, देन व्हाट यू विल डू, कंसीडर द मिडल टू data and take the average of those two data, that is called the assumed mean. So whenever you have assumed mean, so after that deviation will be considered as xi minus a. See, data will be given, so xi will be given, fi will be given, right? So you will make a table कि xi की जो वैल्यू दी हुई है यहाँ पर, fi की जो वैल्यू फ्रीक्वेंसीज करस्पॉन्डिंग दी हुई है वो यहाँ पर, देन आप assumed mean चूज करोगे फ्रॉम द नंबर ऑफ डेटास, ऑड और इवन. ऑड है तो डायरेक्टली द मिड वैल्यू यू विल टेक, इवन है तो देन you will take the average value of the middle two variables. So that will be the assumed mean. So in that case you can have the deviation di which is xi minus a. Means यहाँ पर जो assumed mean लिया है इसके साथ ये सारी एंट्रीज का आपको subtraction लेना है, then you will have di. So after finding out all these quantities, the mean using the assumed mean method is given by a, that is the assumed mean plus sum of FIDI. मीन्स इन दोनों को आप एक अलग टेबल में FIDI लोगे, मल्टीप्लीकेशन में उसका फाइनली सम करोगे, डिवाइडेड बाय द एंटायर सम ऑफ द फ्रीक्वेंसीज, तो दैट विल गिव यू द मीन, राइट? सो दैट इज व्हाट द assumed mean method. So group mean क्या है? Whenever we are given the ungrouped data, then it is directly the average value of these variables or given data. If it is grouped data, then you can have the average as summation of fi xi upon summation of fi, and if you consider the assumed mean, then this is what the formula is, right? So I hope that from this all of you have recollected the things which you have gone through at your school level. If you are agree with this one, please raise your hand. Ayush Kumar, would you please turn off your camera? $67 number. Okay, very good. So let us start with this example. Here we are given calculate the arithmetic mean for the following data. Data we are given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and corresponding frequency we are given f as 3, 5, 7, 8 and 4, right? So let us do this example. Calculate the arithmetic mean of the following data. So we are given x variable. तो ये grouped data हुआ या ungrouped data?
Ungrouped.
Ungrouped. Ungrouped हुआ?
Grouped.
अनग्रुप्ड डेटा होगा उसमें सिर्फ आपको कोई रैंडम नंबर्स या रैंडम कलेक्शन ही दिया होगा. इट विल बी अ सेट ऑफ numbers or any observations, right? Grouped data means करस्पॉन्डिंग वेरिएबल के साथ उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग फ्रीक्वेंसी जो मैच कर रही होगी वो डेटा भी आपको दिया होगा. तो दिस इज ग्रुप्ड डेटा, राइट? 7, 8 and 4, right? So we want to find out the arithmetic mean for this one. So we will apply here the direct method. To apply the direct method, we'll need a table. So I will draw the table first. So here we can write xi. This first row is xi, second row is fi's, right? So second column is fi, and then we will consider fi into xi. Why? Because of this one. Here you can see, oh, it is here. Let me choose the, yeah. So to find out mean, arithmetic mean, we'll need sum of fi xi and sum of fi. So we will write down here one by one each element given data. So here they are given 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and corresponding frequencies we are given 3, 5, 7, 8 and 4, right? So fi into xi means multiplication of these two columns, corresponding number will be 3, 10, 21, 32 and 20. So for the formula, we'll need sum of fi xi and sum of fi. So we have to consider here sum of fi and here sum of fi xi or xi fi, right? So summed up all these quantities, these two quantities, and let me know the answer.
fi xi is 86.
fi xi is 86, okay.
Fi is 7.
27. Yes, that is the correct one. So therefore we can write arithmetic mean or mean, which means it is x bar. So it will be by the formula fi into xi upon fi. So it will be 86 upon 27. So whatever this will be in the decimal point, that will be the corresponding mean of this particular data, right? Okay. That is what. Another one is, let us consider the class which I was talking about. The table below gives the percentage distribution of female teachers in the primary schools of rural areas of various states and union territories of the India. Find the mean of the female teachers, right? Means अगर female teachers का कोई study करना है पूरे इंडिया का, तो यहाँ पर हमें various states and union territories का data दिया हुआ है, right? तो वो पूरे क्लास में से हमें परसेंटेज ऑफ डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन दिया हुआ है करस्पॉन्डिंग यहाँ पर टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्टेट्स के करस्पॉन्डिंग कौन से क्लास, मीन्स 15 to 25% टीचर्स जो है वो 6 नंबर ऑफ स्टेट्स के पास है. 11 नंबर ऑफ स्टेट्स हम लोग अगर कंसीडर करें तो उनके पास 25 to 35% फीमेल टीचर्स है, एंड सो ऑन फॉर ऑल दी स्टेट्स. दैट इज व्हाट वी आर गिवन. So let us assume here the assumed mean method. One example we have considered with the direct method. So let us discuss here today this example via assumed mean. So assumed mean के लिए पहले तो हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा, the total number of data we have to consider. तो कितने variables और data आपको दिए हुए हैं यहाँ पर, it is in the odd number or even number? Odd number. 7 number of data you are given, that is it is odd in nature. तो middle class जो है यहाँ पर, middle class means 3 यहाँ पर है, 3 यहाँ पर है, right? तो this is what the middle class is. तो middle class का हमें average number लेना पड़ेगा, that will be the assumed mean, right? तो assumed mean इस केस में क्या हो जाएगा, तो 45 plus 55, yes, what it will be?
50.
50. So assumed mean, that is A will be 50. So deviation then we have to consider, right? तो deviation के बाद bi, that is xi minus ai. तो इस केस में xi क्या लेंगे, वेरिएबल. इसी ये जो यहाँ पर वेरिएबल का रो है उसमें आपको क्लास दिया हुआ है, तो xi क्या लेंगे, यस
20, 30, 40.
कैसे,
15 plus 25
means you have taken the average value of the corresponding class. Average value means this class, suppose I talk about 15 to 25. So this is upper limit, this is lower limit, this is upper limit. So in that particular case you have to consider xi as the corresponding lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2, right? तो उस केस में आप इसका फाइंड आउट करोगे तो इट विल बी 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 and 80, and corresponding number of states, that is frequencies, are already given, right? तो यहाँ पर अगर आप समझोगे तो यहाँ पर ये पर्टिकुलर केस के लिए मीन ले रहे हो आप, क्लास का मीन ले रहे हो, राइट? तो अगर हम अनग्रुप्ड डेटा में सिर्फ फर्स्ट रो की बात करें तो यू आर कंसिडरिंग द मीन ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर रो, right? Though this is the grouped data, but we are using the concept of ungrouped data to find out the variable over here once the class is given. So let us do this example. So first of all, we can write, let me write the table first. Percentage of female teachers, number of states, or union territories, right? (25 to 35). You can see that this is continuous frequency table or discontinuous.
Continuous.
Continuous, right? Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just wait. 45 to 55, 55 to 65, 65 to 75, and 75 to 85. Corresponding states: 6, 11, 7, 4, 4, 2, and 1. Okay, so that is what the given table is. So to find out the arithmetic mean, we are going to apply the assumed mean method. So here you can write here total number of observations are 7. The middle class is 45 to 55, and therefore the assumed mean A is equal to 45 plus 55 divided by 2, that is 50. The deviation di, which is xi minus a, so here it will be xi minus a, which is 50, right? Where xi क्या हो जाएगा, तो it is lower limit of the class plus upper limit divided by 2, right? So now we have to make the table, and table will be consisting of the first given data, that is percentage of female teachers, उसके बाद सेकेंड कॉलम में उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग फ्रीक्वेंसी, दैट इज नंबर ऑफ स्टेट्स और यूनियन टेरिटरीज. देन वी मस्ट हैव xi, राइट? xi का फॉर्मूला हमने ऑलरेडी ऊपर लिख दिया है, तो दिस इज xi. देन वी हैव टू कंसीडर di, विच इज xi माइनस 50. उसके बाद जब हम assumed mean वाला मेथड अप्लाई करेंगे, तो हियर इन द फॉर्मूला यू कैन सी दैट विल रिक्वायर fi into di, तो that column also we have to consider. So this is fi into di. fi क्या होगा? This one will be fi, right? So let us fill up this gaps now. So first class is 15 to 25, 25 to 35, 35 to 45, 45 to 55, 65 to 75, and 75 to 85. Corresponding frequencies, if we write, then it is 6, 11, 7, 4, 4, 2, and 1. So what will be xi? As you have said, average value of this 2, so it is 15 plus 25, that is it is 40 divided by 2, so 20. फिर अगर आप क्लास इंटरवल का लेंथ भी देखोगे ना तो दिस इज 10, इंटरवल लेंथ इज 10, सो नेक्स्ट इसमें जब 10 ऐड करेंगे तो इट विल बी 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 and 80, right? So now you can compute the deviation. 20 minus 50, that is minus 30, and so on. Complete these entries and then consider the multiplication as well, right? So complete it and let me know these entries. This is 30 minus 50, so minus 20, minus 10, 0, 10, 20 and 30. तो fi into di मीन्स ये कॉलम और ये कॉलम का मल्टीप्लिकेशन करना है, राइट? So after that you will require in the formula sum of fi di and sum of fi c, right? So sum of fi also you will need, so will require this sum.
Fi di equals minus 360.
Minus 360, correct?
Fi is 35.
35, very good, right? So we can write therefore by assumed mean method x bar is equal to, तो ये फॉर्मूला है a plus sum of fi di upon sum of fi, तो that is equal to a which is 50 plus fi di, तो that is minus 360 upon 35. तो calculate it and let me know the answer.
39.70.
Yes, 39.71, that is the correct answer. साइंटिफिक कैलसी लेके अब बैठना आप लोग, हाँ?
278 upon 7.
सॉरी,
मतलब फ्रैक्शन में आंसर देना है कि पॉइंट
पॉइंट में दे दो, फ्रैक्शन में आप लोग कैलकुलेट करोगे, उससे सीधा साइंटिफिक कैलसी में पॉइंट में आंसर दे दो, क्योंकि आप मीन ही फाइंड आउट कर रहे हो ना, तो मीन फ्रैक्शन में हो या पॉइंट में हो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. Let us observe one thing. If you see the frequencies given over here, the largest number of states having female teachers is 11 over here, and therefore the corresponding class आप देखोगे 7 और 11 ये दोनों नंबर के पास ज़्यादा है, and therefore 25 to 45 में आपका आंसर आया, that is 39.71, right? तो ये दोनों है वो लार्जेस्ट फ्रीक्वेंसीज है, द नंबर ऑफ स्टेट्स इफ वी कंसीडर, तो इन दोनों के पास लार्जेस्ट नंबर ऑफ फीमेल टीचर्स है, दैट्स व्हाई the entire mean of this grouped data is corresponds to this two class, and hence you are getting the answer as 39.71. तो आप इस तरीके से प्रिडिक्ट भी कर सकते हो कि यहाँ पे आपका आंसर आना चाहिए इफ योर कैलकुलेशंस आर करेक्ट, राइट? ओके, मीडियन के बारे में आप क्या जानते हो? चलो बोलो.
असेंडिंग ऑर्डर में नंबर्स को अरेंज करने के बाद जो मिडल नंबर हो उसे मीडियन कहते हैं.
दैट इज फॉर अनग्रुप्ड डेटा, नो?
यस मैम.
ग्रुप्ड डेटा के लिए क्या करोगे?
क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी.
यस, वेरी गुड. क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी लेना पड़ेगा और उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग वैल्यू जो भी है वो फॉर्मूला आएगा एक्चुअली, दैट विल सी। ओके, और कंटिन्यूस फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन अगर आपको दिया हुआ है तो उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग भी यू विल हैव द फॉर्मूला। ओके, सो लेट अस recollect these things. So first of all, the number of data you have to observe, whether it is odd in number or even in number. Also, first of all, you have to observe whether they are in the either ascending or descending order or not, right? So here, if we talk about the median, it is defined as the middle value of the distribution when the values are arranged in ascending or descending order of the magnitude, right? There are 4 cases in this case, this median concept. Case 1, so in that case the ungrouped data are given, and if the total number of observation, we will denote it with n, and suppose it is odd, then median is the middle value. That means जो भी जब अभी हमने देखा कि 7 number of data we are given, then corresponding 4th class will be the middle class, right? So similar to that, here n plus 1 divided by 2 करोगे तो उसके corresponding जो भी आपको variable value दी हुई है तो that one will be the corresponding median. And of course this values we have to consider after arranging it into the ascending or descending order, right? If in the ungrouped data the total number of observations are even, right, so उस case में you will not have a unique median, because it in that case it will be obtained by taking the mean of n by 2th value and n plus by 2th value, और उन दोनों का एवरेज जब भी करोगे तो that one will be the corresponding median of the ungrouped data. Now we are suppose we are given the grouped data, and उस केस में जब discrete frequency distribution दिया हुआ है, discrete frequency distribution means यहाँ पर जो है this is continuous, you can see, right? और जो इसके पहले वाला एग्जाम्पल हमने लिया था यहाँ पर दिस इज डिस्क्रीट फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन. क्यों डिस्क्रीट? क्योंकि जो डेटा आपको दिया हुआ है दैट इज रेंडम, राइट? पहले 1 है, फिर देन यू हैव टू जंप टू 2, देन यू हैव टू जंप टू 3 एंड सो ऑन, right? Here you are given the continuous because you are starting from 15 to 25, then you are corresponding second number then you are choosing, so that is 25 to 35 and so on. So this is continuous frequency distribution, this is discrete frequency distribution. So when you are given the discrete frequency distribution, the median is obtained by considering the cumulative frequencies. How to consider this median? So for that the steps are given. So arrange the values of the variables in ascending or descending order of the magnitude. कोई भी डेटा दिया हुआ है उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग आप पहले तो ascending और descending order में variables, see here किसको ascending और descending order में करना है अरेंज, तो value of the variables. Then find out n by 2. N means total number of data you are given, and in the, that is in the group ungrouped data. Grouped data के लिए n will be the sum of frequencies, right? So find n by 2. After finding n by 2, you have to find out the cumulative frequency, right? f find out करोगे तो cumulative frequency उसको preceding values जो है उसमें add करते जाओगे तो you will have the cumulative frequencies. उसके बाद cumulative frequency का जो टेबल बनेगा उसमें से आपको ऐसी cumulative frequency find out करनी है which will be just greater than n by 2 and corresponding variable. So that corresponding variable will be the median in that case, right? And determine the corresponding value of the variable. The corresponding value of x is median, right? So that is what one method is, that is in the discrete frequency distribution. Now the question is when we are given the continuous frequency distribution, तो उसके लिए we'll have the direct the formula that median class. उसमें of course continuous frequency distribution दिया हुआ है तो आपको एक classes दिए होंगे डेटा में, तो उसमें से median class कौन सा है that we have to identify. So in that case this is the formula L plus n by 2 minus C into F upon F into H. So what all these terminologies? So L is the lower limit of the median class. CF means it is a cumulative frequency of the preceding class. F, that is the frequency of the median class, and H, that is the width of the class interval, right? So theory part अभी समझ में आया है. We are going to consider now the examples, but from this one, are you clear about the median? Please raise your hand. Okay, fine. So let us start with the examples now. Obtain the median for the following distribution. So this is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and corresponding frequencies we are given. Tell me, this is a discrete or continuous? Suppose, first of all, this is grouped or ungrouped?
Group.
Grouped data. Very good. Now, whenever grouped data are given, so we have two cases, discrete and continuous. Which one this is? Discrete, right? So now we have to apply this particular steps. तो पहले तो ये ascending और descending order में है. First step is you have to arrange the values of the variable in ascending or descending order of the magnitude. तो ये ascending और descending order में है, yes or no?
Yes.
Those who are confusing with the frequencies, we are not talking about the value of the frequencies. We are talking about the value of the variables. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they are ascending order में magnitude value का magnitude यहाँ पे all are positive, so no need to consider magnitude, but they are given already in the order, right? So no need to consider the shuffling of these datas, right? So now to find out these, we have to find out n by 2. What is n in this case? That is sum of the frequencies. That is sum of the frequencies means इसका sum चाहिए. और cumulative frequency इसमें जरूरत पड़ेगी. Of course yes. पहले cumulative frequency n by 2 find out करने के बाद cumulative frequency जो है which is greater than n by 2 that we have to see, right? तो table में will require x variable frequency and cumulative frequency also, right? So let us make this table for the example, right? तो मैं यहाँ पर सीधा टेबल बनाती हूँ. You have already written the question. That is what my assumption is. If you have not written, write it. I am giving you 2 minutes. Obtain the median for the following distribution, right? टेबल मैं ऑलरेडी यहाँ पर ड्रॉ कर रही हूँ, तो आप वो बना सकते हो. तो दिस इज x or xi we can say. Then we have to consider frequencies. I will write it as xi's. Frequencies fi and cumulative frequency I will denote it with c dot f dot, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Corresponding frequencies we are given 8, 10, 11, 16, 20, 25, 15, 9 and 6. Right? Okay, तो cumulative frequency के लिए यहाँ पर तो 8 ही आएगा. उसके बाद this you have to add to the next frequency and write it over here. So 8 plus 10, 18. 18 plus 11 will be 29. 29 plus 16 will be 45. 45 plus 20 will be 65. 65 plus 25 will be 90. 90 plus 15 will be 105. 105 plus 9 will be 114. And 114 plus 6 will be 120. Sum of Fi जो भी लोगे आप, तो that is same as the last digit of the cumulative frequency, right? So it will be 120 in this case. तो पहले तो हमें n जो है यहाँ पर अगर आप स्टेप देखोगे तो we have to find out n by 2, right? तो where n is the sum of frequencies, तो here n, that is sum of frequencies, so which is 120. Therefore n by 2, which is equal to 120 divided by 2, which is 60. तो अब थर्ड स्टेप क्या है? फाइंड द क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी जस्ट ग्रेटर देन n by 2. तो यहाँ तक ऐसी कौन सी क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी है जो जस्ट ग्रेटर देन 60 है?
65.
65, that is this one, right? So उसके बाद and determine the corresponding value of the variable. तो 65 के corresponding जो value of the variable है वो क्या है?
5.
Just a minute, huh? Okay, so that is what the median will be 5. So here you can write the frequency, cumulative frequency, sorry, rather cumulative frequency just greater than 60 is 65 and corresponding variable value is 5. Median is equal to 5 for this case, right? Okay. So that is how we can compute the median for the discrete frequency distribution. In this one, here it is the correction, right? This is not 20, this has to be 5. I will correct it and then I will send it to you, right? Okay. Then yes, after this we have a mode. So what do you mean by a mode first? Then we'll see the method to find out the mode. But it is defined as the value which occur most frequently in the set of observation and around which the other items of the set are heavily distributed. Means frequencies अगर आप देखोगे ऐसी values जो है which occur most frequently in the set of observation, means आपको ungrouped data दिया हुआ होगा, ungrouped data, तो using ungrouped data means any set of observation you are given, तो directly वो set में maximum number of जो एक value है element of the set है जो frequently occurred हो रहा है, so that is what the mode will be, right? But when you are given a grouped data और grouped data में भी continuous frequency distribution जब भी आपको दिया हुआ होगा तो उस केस में द क्लास in which the mode lie is called the modal class and the value of the mode in that case will be given by. तो पहले तो continuous frequency distribution दिया होगा तो आपको corresponding classes दिए होंगे और उसके corresponding frequencies दी हुई होंगी, right? तो उस केस में the class in which mode lie, जहाँ पर भी mode lie करेगा तो उस केस को उसको हम modal class बोलेंगे और the value of the mode is given by this particular formula, that is L plus F minus F1 and this 2F minus F1 minus F2 in the denominator, which is multiplied with the width of the class, right? This terminology, L means lower limit of the modal class, H width of the class, F1 that is frequency preceding to the modal class, means यहाँ पर इस केस में ये modal class है तो उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग प्रीसीडिंग फ्रीक्वेंसी जो होगी दैट वी विल डिनोट विद, इसकी फ्रीक्वेंसी यहाँ पर होगी तो प्रीसीडिंग फ्रीक्वेंसी विल बी F1, F2 तो सक्सीडिंग क्लास जो भी होगा मॉडल क्लास के उसकी फ्रीक्वेंसी, तो ये मॉडल क्लास की फ्रीक्वेंसी है तो उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग सक्सीडिंग विल बी दिस वन, वी विल कॉल इट एज F2 and F that is the frequency of the modal class. So this formula you have to remember for the continuous frequency distribution, right? And let us consider one example based on this one, right? So here you can see so the wickets taken by bowler in 10 cricket matches are as follows: 2, 6, 4, 5, 0, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Find the mode of the data. कैसे करेंगे इसमें?
2
कैसे?
नंबर ऑफ मैचेस में मैक्सिमम 3 है तो उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग विकेट्स होगा वो मोड होगा।
रिपीट करो एक बार।
मतलब मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ मैचेस, ये नंबर ऑफ मैचेस में मैक्सिमम 3 है, उसका करस्पॉन्डिंग विकेट्स होंगे वो मैक्सिमम होगा।
राइट, तो डेफिनेशन देखोगे आप फ्रॉम द डेफिनेशन, राइट? तो उसमें द number which is occur most frequently in the set of observation and around which the other items of the set are heavily distributed, right? तो यहाँ पर आप observe करोगे तो you can see that number of wickets आपको दिए हुए हैं, right? 0 to 6 तक, और number of matches यहाँ पर दिए हुए हैं, तो maximum number जो matches है यहाँ पर that is 3 है और उसके corresponding wickets we are given is 2. So 2 will be the number of wickets taken by the bowler in maximum number of matches, that is 3, right? And therefore the mode of this data is 2. Okay, fine. Next is this one. Find the mode of the example. Oh, it's this example will consider tomorrow, okay, because it is already 11. So I will stop here. Here you can see that this is a continuous frequency distribution, so that we have to consider via that formula. ये वाली जो F1 F2 वाली formula थी ना उसका use करके, तो we'll do this example tomorrow. If you want to try by yourself, you can try. Answer is already given. You can take a screenshot of it and try this example. Otherwise, I am going to do it. Right? So I will stop here for today. Bye. Take care.
थैंक यू मैम।
Welcome.